The Galactic Council, an ancient assembly of representatives from thousands of civilizations across the universe, convened in an emergency session. The ornate chambers buzzed with tension as the Supreme Arbiter activated the central holosphere. A vivid projection of Earth appeared, its blue and green surface serene. But the Council knew better. "Attention, esteemed delegates," the Arbiter began, her voice a harmonious blend of a dozen species tones. "We are gathered to address a matter of grave consequence. The inhabitants of this planet, self-designated as humans, pose an unprecedented threat to interstellar harmony." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Some delegates had never heard of Earth, a minor world on the edge of a modest spiral galaxy. Others, however, knew all too well. The Arbiter gestured, and a stream of data filled the air. Holographic scenes of human history played, empires rising and falling, weapons of unimaginable destruction unleashed, and countless acts of violence against their own kind. "They are volatile," the Arbiter continued, "unpredictable, capable of extraordinary creativity, yet equally adept at unparalleled destruction. Their short lives drive them to reckless ambition. Even now, they are reaching beyond their solar system." Delegate Xylo of the Threxian Alliance, a crystalline entity known for its cold logic, vibrated in agreement. "We have observed their broadcasts. Their stories glorify war and conquest. They dream of dominating the stars. But they are so primitive," scoffed Realm of the Zorathic Swarm, an insectoid diplomat with little patience for hyperbole. "They squabble over resources on a single planet. How could they possibly challenge civilizations that have mastered the fabric of space-time?" The Arbiter's gaze sharpened. "That, Delegate Realm, is precisely the danger. Humans adapt. They learn. And when threatened, they unify with terrifying efficiency." A sudden hush fell as a new image appeared, a human spacecraft, crude but functional, hurtling through space. Their first faster-than-light vessel, the Pioneer, has entered Council-monitored space. "They will encounter us soon. We propose immediate containment, quarantine their species before they can expand further." A debate erupted. Some supported the Arbiter's caution, while others dismissed it as fear-mongering. "The Council has faced apex predators before," growled Delegate Ergon, a hulking reptilian warrior. "We have always prevailed. Let them come. If they pose a threat, we will crush them." Meanwhile, on Earth, humanity remained oblivious to the cosmic discussion. The Pioneer, a vessel born of international collaboration, carried a diverse crew of scientists, explorers, and dreamers. Their mission was one of peace and curiosity, driven by a deep yearning to understand their place in the universe. Weeks later, the Pioneer crossed a threshold into Council space. The ship's sensors detected a massive construct, a starship of impossible scale. The crew gasped as a message in perfect English filled the bridge. "Attention, humans. You are entering restricted territory. Retreat or face the consequences." Captain Elena Vargas, the ship's commander, stood tall. "We come in peace," she declared, transmitting Earth's universal greeting in dozens of languages. "We wish only to explore and learn." The alien vessel remained silent for a tense moment before replying. "Peace is irrelevant. Your kind is a threat. Leave now." Undeterred, Vargas ordered a cautious approach. But as the Pioneer advanced, the Council's fears intensified. The Supreme Arbiter summoned an emergency fleet, determined to intercept the humans before their influence could spread. Yet, as the fleets converged, an unexpected event occurred. A small group of rogue Council members, who had secretly admired humanity's resilience and spirit, intervened. They hailed the Pioneer, inviting its crew aboard their station. "We believe in your potential," said Lyra, a telepathic being of pure energy. "But you must prove your intentions. Show the Council that humanity's strength lies not in destruction, but in unity and hope." Vargas accepted the challenge. Her crew shared stories of Earth's triumphs and tragedies, highlighting humanity's capacity for growth. They demonstrated their technology, primitive but ingenious, and their art, which evoked emotions even in beings without form. The Council watched with cautious curiosity. Slowly, opinions shifted. Delegates who had dismissed humanity as mere savages began to see them as complex, evolving beings. The Arbiter, however, remained wary. "Words are easy," she warned. "Actions will decide their fate." At that moment, an unforeseen crisis unfolded. A rogue planet, destabilized by its dying sun, veered into Council space, threatening to annihilate an inhabited system. The Council's fleet scrambled to respond, but their efforts were disorganized. Seeing the opportunity to prove themselves, Vargas and her crew offered assistance. Against all odds, the humans' bold strategy and coordination turned the tide. They worked alongside alien crews, merging their ingenuity with advanced technologies. Together, they diverted the rogue planet, saving billions of lives. In the aftermath, the Council convened once more. The Supreme Arbiter addressed the Assembly with a somber expression. "Today, humanity has shown that their potential extends beyond destruction. They have saved worlds not their own, at great risk to themselves." A vote was cast. By a narrow margin, humanity was granted provisional membership in the Galactic Council under close observation. "We will watch them," the Arbiter concluded, "for they remain a paradox, both the greatest threat and the greatest hope our galaxy has ever known." And so, humanity's journey among the stars began, not as conquerors, but as participants in a vast, ancient community. The galaxy would never be the same, for better or worse. As humanity took its first tentative steps into the wider cosmos, the galactic community remained on edge. Despite their provisional membership in the Council, the shadow of fear lingered. For every species that saw hope in humanity's potential, there were others that viewed them as a ticking time bomb, a disaster waiting to happen. The Pioneer returned to Earth, a hero's vessel, but it carried more than stories of alien life. It brought blueprints for technologies that could accelerate humanity's progress by centuries, energy sources that dwarfed nuclear power, medical advancements that could eradicate disease, and defensive systems capable of shielding entire planets. These gifts, shared reluctantly by the Council, were intended to guide humanity's development responsibly. However, even the best intentions can be twisted. On Earth, news of the Council's existence sparked a wave of global unrest. Some nations celebrated, seeing this as the dawn of a new era. They envisioned humanity as a force for peace and cooperation, capable of contributing to the galaxy's collective wisdom. Others, however, viewed the Council with suspicion and fear, interpreting their oversight as a form of oppression. This division led to a surge in militarization. Factions within humanity saw the advanced technologies not as tools for unity, but as weapons to secure dominance, both on Earth and beyond. Secret projects aimed at reverse engineering alien tech proliferated, and whispers of a new arms race began to circulate. The Council watched these developments with growing concern. Delegates debated whether humanity's probationary membership should be revoked. The Supreme Arbiter, ever vigilant, convened a series of high-level discussions. "They are walking a fine line," she warned. "We must remain prepared for the worst." Yet, not all within the Council agreed. The rogue faction that had first advocated for humanity's inclusion continued to push for patience. "They are young," Lyra argued. "Their species has only just begun to understand its place in the cosmos. We must give them time to evolve, to learn from their mistakes." To ensure humanity stayed on course, the Council assigned an official envoy to Earth, an entity known as Thalys, whose species could shift between physical and energy forms. Thalys was tasked with monitoring humanity's progress and fostering cooperation between Earth and the galaxy. They became a bridge, an ever-present reminder of humanity's fragile position. For a time, it seemed the situation was stabilizing. Thalys worked closely with Earth's leaders, mediating disputes and sharing knowledge in ways that promoted peace. The Council began to relax, believing that perhaps their fears had been unfounded. But beneath the surface, tensions simmered. On the far edge of the Milky Way, a coalition of hostile species known as the Krell Dominion had been observing humanity with growing interest. The Krell were ancient enemies of the Council, having been expelled centuries ago for their ruthless conquest of weaker civilizations. They saw in humanity a kindred spirit, ambitious, cunning, and unafraid of conflict. In secret, the Krell began reaching out to Earth's more aggressive factions, offering them forbidden technologies and promises of power. "Why be content as subjects of the Council?" their emissaries whispered. "Join us, and together we will reshape the galaxy."
These overtures did not go unnoticed.
Thales intercepted transmissions that confirmed an alliance was forming. They reported this to the Council, triggering a crisis. If humanity joins forces with the Krell, it will lead to war on an unimaginable scale, the Arbiter declared. We must act now. The Council dispatched a fleet to Earth's solar system, not to attack, but to demonstrate their resolve. Massive ships appeared in orbit, their presence both awe-inspiring and intimidating. A message was broadcast to every corner of the planet: humanity stands at a crossroads. Choose wisely. The world was thrown into chaos. Protests erupted, some demanding that humanity sever all ties with the Krell and reaffirm its commitment to the Council, while others rallied for independence, decrying the Council's actions as an existential threat to human sovereignty. The tipping point came when a splinter group of human extremists launched an attack on the Council fleet, using a prototype weapon based on Krell technology. The weapon tore through the shields of a Council cruiser, crippling it. Though the attack was quickly repelled, the damage had been done. The galaxy now saw the dark side of humanity's ambition. In the wake of the attack, the Council prepared for a full-scale intervention. However, in a desperate bid to avert war, Captain Elena Vargas, now a celebrated figure on Earth and in the Council, stepped forward. She proposed a joint mission, a human-led expedition to confront the Krell directly and dismantle their alliance. "This is our mess," Vargas said before the Council. "Let us prove that we can clean it up. Let us show that humanity can be more than its worst instincts." After intense deliberation, the Council agreed. Under Thales's supervision, a combined task force of human and alien ships was assembled. The mission was fraught with peril, requiring them to venture deep into Krell territory. Along the way, humanity's true nature would be tested, not only in battle but in the choices they made when faced with impossible decisions. The expedition culminated in a decisive confrontation. Using both human ingenuity and the advanced capabilities of their alien allies, the task force managed to destabilize the Krell Dominion's power base. However, the victory came at a great cost. Many lives were lost, and the fragile trust between humanity and the Council was strained to its limits. In the end, humanity emerged not as conquerors, nor as mere pawns of the Council, but as survivors. They had faced the abyss and returned, scarred but wiser. The Council, recognizing the complexity of their new allies, granted humanity full membership, with a caveat: they would forever be watched, their actions weighed against the galaxy's collective welfare. And so, the story of humanity in the stars continued. A species both feared and admired, capable of both great destruction and even greater redemption. The galaxy would learn to live with them, just as humanity would learn to live with itself, in an uneasy but enduring dance across the infinite expanse of space. Despite the tenuous victory over the Krell, the galaxy remained a fragile and volatile place. Humanity's full membership in the Galactic Council did little to ease the underlying tensions. The scars of the confrontation were still fresh, and though humanity had proven its value, the Council's fears lingered. Trust, once fractured, was difficult to mend. On Earth, the triumph was celebrated with a mixture of pride and apprehension. The loss of life during the Krell conflict weighed heavily on the collective consciousness. Heroes like Captain Elena Vargas were hailed as symbols of unity, but they too bore the burden of the war's consequences. Meanwhile, the world's governments struggled to adapt to their new reality. They were no longer just stewards of a single planet but participants in a vast, interstellar network. This shift in perspective brought with it new challenges. With access to advanced alien technologies, humanity began reshaping its infrastructure. Cities became hubs of innovation, powered by energy sources that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Diseases that had plagued humanity for millennia were eradicated, and life expectancy soared. Spaceports sprung up across the globe, enabling faster-than-light travel to distant worlds. Earth was transforming into a beacon of progress. Yet progress came at a cost. Inequality, long a shadow over humanity, began to take new forms. The wealth and power that alien technology could generate were not distributed evenly. Corporations and nations vied for control over the lucrative industries that emerged, and tensions simmered beneath the surface. In some regions, the gap between the privileged and the disenfranchised widened, threatening to spark unrest. The Council, too, was undergoing changes. Humanity's influence was growing, and their presence brought fresh perspectives to an institution that had remained stagnant for centuries. Delegates from other species found themselves both intrigued and unsettled by humanity's bold ideas. Some saw in humanity the potential for a revitalized council, one that could adapt to an ever-changing galaxy. Others saw a threat to the established order. As humanity's integration into the galactic community deepened, new alliances formed. Trade routes expanded and cultural exchanges flourished. Art, music, and philosophy flowed between worlds, blending in ways that enriched both humanity and their alien counterparts. Earth became a hub of galactic diplomacy, a place where species from across the cosmos could meet and collaborate. But not all interactions were peaceful. Skirmishes along the frontier territories of Council space became more frequent. Rogue factions, remnants of the Krell Dominion and other dissidents, sought to exploit humanity's relatively young and untested status. These groups saw Earth as a weak link in the Council's armor, an opportunity to destabilize the delicate balance of power. To counter these threats, humanity began to expand its military capabilities, forming the Interstellar Defense Corps, IDC. The IDC was designed not only to protect Earth, but also to act as a peacekeeping force within Council space. Its ranks swelled with volunteers, many driven by a sense of duty to prove that humanity could be a force for stability rather than chaos. Among the IDC's first major missions was a crisis on the distant world of Zalvora, where a civil war threatened to spill into neighboring systems. The conflict had drawn the attention of the Council, but their efforts to mediate had failed. It was here that humanity's unique approach to diplomacy, tempered by their history of conflict and resolution, came to the forefront. Captain Vargas, now an admiral, led the mission. Her fleet arrived at Zalvora with a strategy that combined military precision with a deep understanding of the social and political nuances at play. Through a combination of targeted interventions and negotiations, the IDC managed to broker a fragile peace, averting what could have been a catastrophic war. This success earned humanity both praise and criticism. Some council members saw the IDC as an invaluable tool for maintaining order, while others feared it was a step toward militarization on a galactic scale. The Supreme Arbiter herself remained cautious, warning that humanity's growing influence could lead to overreach. Meanwhile, on Earth, society continued to grapple with its new role. The planet became a melting pot of alien cultures, as ambassadors, traders, and settlers from across the galaxy made their homes there. This cultural infusion brought both opportunities and challenges. While many embraced the diversity, others struggled with the rapid changes. Factions emerged advocating for isolationism, arguing that humanity was losing its identity in the face of overwhelming alien influence. These tensions came to a head when a radical isolationist group staged a high-profile attack on a council embassy in New York. The incident shocked the world and strained Earth's relations with its galactic neighbors. In the aftermath, humanity was forced to confront its internal divisions. Leaders across the planet called for unity, emphasizing that humanity's survival and prosperity depended on its ability to coexist with the wider galaxy. The Galactic Council, too, was at a crossroads. Humanity's contributions had revitalized the institution, but they also exposed its weaknesses. Debates over reform grew more intense, with some delegates pushing for a more inclusive and dynamic council, while others clung to tradition. The question of humanity's ultimate role within the council became a central issue. Amidst this turmoil, a new threat emerged from the depths of uncharted space. A mysterious signal was detected, originating from a region beyond known galactic borders. The signal defied analysis, its patterns unlike anything the Council had encountered. Some believed it to be a natural phenomenon, while others feared it was a precursor to an invasion. The Council launched an expedition, and humanity was given a leading role. The mission represented a test, not only of humanity's capabilities, but also of their ability to lead in a time of crisis. As the expedition ventured into the unknown, the crew encountered phenomena that challenged their understanding of the universe. Ancient ruins, remnants of a long-forgotten civilization, hinted at a power far beyond anything the galaxy had ever known. In the heart of this enigmatic region, the expedition discovered the source of the signal, a massive structure, part machine, part organism, pulsating with energy. It appeared dormant, but as the team approached, it began to awaken. What followed was a race against time, as the crew worked to understand the structure's purpose and prevent a catastrophe that could threaten the entire galaxy. Through ingenuity, courage, and cooperation, humanity once again rose to the challenge. They managed to deactivate the structure, narrowly averting disaster. The incident left the Council shaken, but it also reaffirmed humanity's place within the galactic community. They were no longer mere newcomers. They had become integral to the galaxy's survival. The galaxy would forever be a place of challenges and uncertainties, but humanity had proven that they could not only survive but thrive in this vast and complex universe. Their journey was far from over, and as they looked to the stars, they knew that their greatest adventures and their greatest tests still lay ahead. The discovery of the ancient structure, dubbed the Sentinel by the Galactic Council, marked a turning point in humanity's cosmic journey. Though the immediate crisis had been averted, the Sentinel raised profound questions. Who had built it? What was its purpose? And, most unsettling of all, were there others like it, waiting to awaken? The Council launched a galaxy-wide investigation. Teams of scientists, historians, and explorers, human and alien alike, scoured the galaxy for clues. Humanity, driven by an insatiable curiosity, took a leading role in the effort. Earth's scientific community, bolstered by alien technologies and insights, worked tirelessly to decode the mysteries of the Sentinel. Their findings revealed a chilling truth. The Sentinel was part of a network created by an ancient and unimaginably advanced civilization known only as the Architects. The Architects had vanished eons ago, leaving behind a legacy of enigmatic structures scattered across the cosmos. The Council's records, which span millennia, contained only fragmentary references to the Architects, often dismissed as myths. But now, the myths were real, and their implications were staggering. As the search continued, humanity's reputation within the Council began to shift. No longer merely probationary members, humans were seen as pioneers, daring, resourceful, and unafraid to confront the unknown. Their ability to adapt quickly to alien technologies and integrate with diverse cultures impressed even the most skeptical Council members. Yet, the Council's trust remained conditional, their watchful eyes ever present. Meanwhile, the search for other Sentinels bore fruit. Across the galaxy, similar structures were found, each dormant yet brimming with potential energy. These discoveries sparked both excitement and dread. While some viewed the Sentinels as keys to unlocking new cosmic frontiers, others feared they were doomsday devices, waiting to be unleashed. On Earth, the newfound focus on the Architects reshaped society. Universities and research institutions dedicated entire departments to the study of ancient alien civilizations. Popular culture, too, was swept up in the fervor. Films, books, and art began to reflect humanity's growing role in the cosmic narrative. The people of Earth, once divided by national and cultural boundaries, found a shared purpose in unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Despite these advancements, humanity's darker impulses remained. The power vacuum left by the Krell Dominion had created opportunities for new threats to emerge. Rogue factions, mercenaries, and pirates flourished in the unregulated regions of space, often clashing with the Interstellar Defense Corps, IDC. Some of these groups sought to exploit the Sentinels, believing they could harness their energy for personal gain. In one such confrontation, a notorious warlord named Koresh, a former Krell officer, seized control of a Sentinel on the fringes of Council space. Koresh believed the structure could be weaponized, and he was determined to use it to exact revenge on the Council. His forces, armed with advanced technology, posed a grave threat. The IDC, led once again by Admiral Elena Vargas, was dispatched to neutralize the threat. The battle for the Sentinel was fierce. Koresh's forces had fortified the structure, turning its mysterious technology against the IDC. As the conflict raged, the Sentinel began to react, its dormant systems awakening. The structure's energy level surged, and it became clear that Koresh's tampering had triggered a failsafe. The Sentinel was preparing to unleash a cataclysmic event. In a desperate bid to prevent disaster, Vargas and her team infiltrated the Sentinel. With the help of Thales, the Council envoy, they managed to access the structure's core. There, they discovered a message left by the architects, a cryptic warning that spoke of an existential threat known as the eclipse. The eclipse, according to the message, was a cosmic phenomenon that the Sentinels had been designed to contain. It was not a single event or entity, but a series of cascading disruptions that could destabilize the very fabric of reality. The architects had built the Sentinels as a safeguard, but their disappearance left the network incomplete. Humanity, along with the Council, now bore the responsibility of finishing what the architects had started. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Vargas ordered a tactical retreat while a specialized team worked to stabilize the Sentinel. In the end, they succeeded, but not without cost. The battle claimed many lives, and Koresh escaped, vowing to return. The incident marked a turning point for the Council. The realization that the galaxy faced a threat far greater than any individual faction or species forced a reevaluation of priorities. The Council initiated the Sentinel Accord, a joint initiative to study and protect the ancient structures. Humanity, having proven their resourcefulness, was given a central role in this endeavor. As the Accord took shape, a new era of cooperation emerged. Scientists and engineers from across the galaxy collaborated to unlock the Sentinel's secrets. These efforts led to breakthroughs in energy, propulsion, and even interdimensional travel. Humanity, once seen as a potential threat, had become a vital part of the galaxy's defense against the unknown. However, the peace was fragile. The eclipse was not a distant threat. It was already beginning to manifest. Strange anomalies appeared across the galaxy, stars behaving erratically, entire planets vanishing, and time itself warping in localized regions. Each event brought the galaxy closer to the brink. In response, humanity spearheaded the creation of the Horizon Initiative, a fleet of advanced ships designed to explore the farthest reaches of space and locate the remaining Sentinels. These ships, equipped with the latest technologies and crewed by the best and brightest from multiple species, represented the galaxy's last hope. As the Horizon Initiative ventured into the unknown, the stakes could not have been higher. The galaxy stood on the edge of a precipice, with only the fragile unity of its diverse inhabitants holding it together. Humanity, having risen from humble beginnings on a small blue planet, now found itself at the forefront of a struggle that would determine the fate of the universe. Their journey was far from over. Each step brought new challenges, new discoveries, and new opportunities to redefine what it meant to be human. And as they looked to the stars, they knew that their story was only just beginning.